Janice Eaton was born May 9, 1940 in Savannah, Georgia. Growing up in the South, Jan was used to African Americans being treated differently. To this day, Jan remembers African Americans having to use separate restrooms and drinking fountains.
Movies, they could come to the movies, but they had to sit in the balcony. It was nice. I always liked the balcony better.
Jan's early life was similar to the movie The Help, except their maid Kenny didn't have to wear a uniform. Kenny worked for the Eatons every day and raised Jan's stepfather as well as her own 22 children. All of the children Kenny raised, including her own, graduated college or went into the armed forces. Kenny even referred to Jan as her white child and taught her to be herself no matter what. Every day, Jan helped Kenny clean the kitchen and do other chores around the house. Kenny would cook almost every meal for the Eatons, but was still not allowed to eat with them because of her race. Because Jan was so young, she was still allowed to eat with Kenny and would eat with her as often as she could. Even though Kenny was African American, everybody in the family respected Kenny. After all, she had raised them. All of these mixed signals really confused Jan, but she was not allowed to express her feelings.
I was punished once for saying that colored people were just as good as white. And I was actually punished by my stepfather for saying that. Because they just didn't think, they believed that. They believed that they were inferior.
When Jan started high school, her family moved to Kokomo, Indiana, where race continued to be an issue. Even though Jan was in the North and went to school with African Americans, she was still not allowed to hang out with their African American friends in many public places. Like any other teen of the 50s, Jan loved to dance and hang out with her friends. To this day, Jan still loves Elvis, but back then, her favorite song to dance to was Rockin' Robin.
We danced, we had rock and roll, we had Elvis.
Was it like Happy Days, basically?
It was just like Happy Days. I had a group of kids just like the kids on Happy Days. And the boys had a band, and they used to go places and play in the band, and we'd all go and dance. And after school, we could go dance. I had hung out at the drugstore. After school, we'd all get together. We behaved ourselves. We didn't get in trouble. And we had hay rides and swimming parties. And we would rent the Lions Club building in Bishopville because our parties got big.
Ever since Jan was young, she always believed in equal rights for both African Americans as well as women. After having 3 daughters, Jan's feelings towards women's rights only became stronger.
Well, to me, the greatest thing that's happened in my lifetime with the schools was Title IX, when girls were given the right to play sports.
Title IX states, "No person in the United States shall on the bias of sex be excluded from participation in, be denied the benefits of, or be subject to discrimination under any educational program or activity receiving federal financial assistance."
Before that, girls had to take sewing and cooking, and the boys took woodworking and auto mechanics, industrial arts, and the girls were made to do cooking, and Title IX also said the boys could take cooking if they wanted, and the girls could take industrial arts. And my girls, I'm happy to say, all took industrial arts.
Not only could girls now take new classes, but they could also now participate in high school and collegiate sports. Jan's daughters took full advantage of Title IX. Together, they covered just about every high school sport possible. Even today, Jan still believes in equality. She feels no matter who you are or where you come from, you should still have the same opportunity to follow your dreams.